Good evening, my brothers and sisters, the citizens of the state of Louisiana, United States of America. I want to bring to you all attention that a lot of criminal activities is surrounding our area, the city of Hammond, Tangipahoa Parish, and the state of Louisiana, and these local government officials refuse to take any criminal action upon defendants, the person that violated my civil rights and committed and violated criminal felony laws. I received knowledge and documents from the IRS office that Ashley Edwards Bass had filled out an IRS Form 4506 with all my personal information, including my entire Social Security number and my signature forged by her on the form. She had submitted this form to obtain my federal income tax records for 5 years, but the IRS denied her request because the IRS knew something was wrong with this form and the information on it, and it was not my signature. I had no personal knowledge of this. I did not authorize her to make no such inquiry of my tax record. She had never been my attorney of record. Once I received these IRS documents from the IRS with all her information on the form, who was the requester and who filled out this form, I then filed an identity criminal complaint with the IRS office. Thereafter, I filed identity theft complaint with the city of Hammond, Mayor Pete Pinapinto, the Hammond Police Department with Chief Bergeron, direct attention. And then I also met with local city of Hammond police officer and did a direct report and provided all these documents that the IRS has sent out to me to launch such a criminal investigation and bring charges and arrest her. I then went to the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Department. I filed criminal complaints, direct attention to Daniel Edward. Daniel Edward, the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Office, they all refused to investigate my criminal complaint against her. They never contacted me concerning my criminal identity complaint. I also filed a complaint with the 21st Judicial District Attorney's Office. They refused to contact me. They refused to investigate this criminal complaint that I filed with their office against Ashley Edwards Bass. I also filed a complaint with the state of Louisiana Governor's Office. And the state of Louisiana Governor's Office, they refused to investigate my criminal complaint. They refused to contact me. I also filed the complaint with the Louisiana State Attorney General's Office, and they refused to investigate my complaint, and in other words, refused to do anything concerning Ashley Edward Bass for violating my civil rights, violating criminal laws, by me becoming an identity theft victim, by obtaining my Social Security number and trying to get my income tax bills back for 5 years without my permission. I also filed a complaint with the Attorney Disciplinary Board. However, all these head officials in the governing office refused to investigate my identity theft criminal complaint and accept charges on my behalf. And they refused to arrest Ashley Edward Bass and her law partner. These government officials violated the law by refusing to accept me as a victim of a crime. Please Google 42 USC 10607 ABC. They committed malfeasance in office, obstruction of justice. However, during this time, I was running for the Louisiana governor. Since my Social Security number had been obtained illegally and used, I had to close all my bank accounts, credit cards, credit card account, file complaints with the IRS office as identity theft victim. I had to contact all credit bureau and others, etc., because I have become identity theft victim. I advise the public that my Social Security number and my name has been used throughout the state by a third party to obtain my information, such as bank, credit card, account, income tax record, and other of my personal information, and to try to bring false charges against me and my family member by someone within the Tampa parish. I filed also criminal complaint with the governor's office such as mail fraud, conspiracy, stalking, illegal tracking devices being placed on my vehicle by the Tampa Parish Sheriff's Office and other individuals that they are involved with. And also allege in my suit that the Tampa Parish Sheriff's Office and their deputies and other agents are aiding Ashley Edward Bass and her law partners in her illegal or criminal action that caused me to become identity theft victim by not bringing her and her law partner to justice. I think the public should know that the city of Hammond attorney is Andre Kudre, who is the law partner with Ashley Edward Bass. Name of law firm in the city of Hammond is Katz, Kudre, and Bass, who I filed identity theft criminal complaint against with the Hammond Police Department. And the public should know that the sheriff at the time for the Tampa Parish Sheriff's Office was Daniel Edwards, who I filed also identity theft criminal complaint direct to his attention and with the Tampa Parish Sheriff's Office, who is, in my opinion, is immediately family member to Ashley Edwards Bass. I allege that the crime committed was forgery, perjury, and identity theft, all in which is a felony. I want the people to know that I never met with Ashley Edward Bass for her to sign this form. I never gave her the permission, never authorized her, all this was done without my knowledge. No court order had never issued an order ordering my tax record to be released to her. So all this was done on her own illegally. And I decided to bring charges against her. And all these government officials was white. All these elected officials are white governor. You got the mayor for Hammond is white. You got the chief of police, City of Hammond, white. You got the Tampa Parish Sheriff is white. Daniel Edward, you got your at the state police, at the state Louisiana governor, it's white. Jeff Landry, you got your white state attorney general's office, who is elected there. It's the new elected state attorney, Leah Miranda. So it's a shame, people, that we cannot get justice. If one of your kids done anything wrong, they quickly to arrest him or her. So I want to bring to your attention, we have reached out to Black civil rights organizations for help, and they refused to help me. And we also reached out to Lee Zuri and other news outlets, but they refused to interview me and discuss and look at the clear, convincing evidence documents that I received from the United States Federal IRS office from Washington, D.C. against Ashley Edward Bass, denying her request that no one could dispute. I offered to pay for my time throughout the news media like Donald Trump do, but they refused to let me buy time on their air to expose this corruption. But Lee Zuri could run mayor, black mayor, female of New Orleans constantly on their network to expose her. But they refused to expose the corruption of these white government elected officials who refused to investigate my criminal complaint and the white attorney who caused this harm to me. They want to continue to conceal this corruption from the public. I refuse to let this be unknown. We are not on a slave plantation no more. We don't have no type of rights, and we seek justice. I have filed a criminal complaint pending with the United States Department of Justice and the United States FBI office in the United States District Court for the Middle District of Louisiana. Case number 24-514 on June the 24th, 2024. Please see the attachment. You also can go to my page. I got a special page. I'm going to be bringing all documents to Dr. Dantzler Facebook page. At this time, I want to show you documentation. This is the envelope right here, enclosed, that IRS sent me. This form right here, I want people to see. This is the form right here. Y'all read it. Y'all gonna see. I scratched my Social Security now I'm out. But her name is on there, Ashley Edward Bass, and her law firm, and my signature and everything forged when she trying to obtain my tax record for 5 years without my permission, without my signature, without my authority. I had no knowledge of this stuff. This also is another letter IRS sent me right here. And I'm going to read the check out. We cannot respond to your request of this information. You must submit a new form, 45OC, with the correct check mark on this form. So IRS sent me these documents here, refusing to accept this form here because IRS knew that this form was not right. This form was not, it was forged when it was submitted in to their office. I then went, notified the United States Department, IRS office, and they had me to come in. This is the identity theft form that I personally went in and filled out, authorized and letting them know, affidavit, that I did not authorize her, Ashley Edward Bass, no counterweight, to give her the right to get my tax record for 5 years back. Now, this document is enough document to bring charges against anybody. These documents come from the federal office. This is a federal offense. Now, the state of Louisiana have what you call a Louisiana Attorney Disciplinary Board. All complaints against the attorney goes through them to try to have the attorney disbarred, license suspended. Here's the form right here. Louisiana Attorney Disciplinary Form. I filed a complaint, would attach all documents to the Louisiana Disciplinary Board. And I'm going to read to you all. I want y'all to see this form, which y'all can see yourself. Rule 8.3, reporting professional conduct. Rule 8.4, misconduct is professional misconduct for a lawyer. To violate or attempt to violate the rule of professional conduct, knowingly assist or introduce another to do so, or do so through an act of another. To commit a criminal act, especially one that reflects adversely on the lawyer honesty, trustworthy, or fitting as a lawyer in other respects. C, are engaged in conduct involving dishonest, fraud, deceit, or misrepresentation. D, engage in conduct that is prejudicial to the administration of justice. Now, ain't no way the Attorney Disciplinary Board can send me and tell me they denied to investigate my complaint because I did not submit enough evidence and she did not violate no rule. Rule 8.4, right here. Y'all can read yourself. Y'all can see what they doing to me. Everywhere I sought justice, it was denied. But I stand strong and I'm continue to press. I'm going to continue to press for stuff to be done. I have my suit filed at the United States Federal Court right now pending. I have sought numerous of attorneys, and attorneys refused to accept my case. Some attorneys that was on my case, they was bribed and paid to come off my case. It's a shame, people. This is what I have right now. I will tune in tomorrow, and I'm going to bring you another suit that I have filed. There's also in the United States District Court against all blacks. 2 black lawyers, the black judge, and the black mayor who filed a fraudulent complaint in the courthouse alleging I never filed my income taxes, federal, state, in 5 years, people. That's one reason why I was disqualified out of the governor's race. And the news refused to talk about that. They refused to let the public be aware of what they done me. So at this time, I'm closing out, but I will tune back in for tomorrow. I'll talk about the other lawsuit and some more of this injustice that has been going and taking place. Also, I want to let the public know that they are constantly following me. They have placed a legal tracking device on my vehicle, and I have met with the United States FBI agent, United States Department of Justice, and log complaints with their office. As my understanding, they are investigating my complaint. But tune in for tomorrow. I thank y'all so much, and y'all have a good night.